Alright, Shalom. I'm the brother Tasiyat, coming back with another video. But before I start off, I would like to give all praises and highest honor to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kodash. I want to give double honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the sincere Akiyam across the world, who are spreading his knowledge and truth and sincerity. And may the election be upon your households. Khan Shalom. Alright, so today I want to make a quick video concerning the RFID implant. Okay, also known as the mark of the beast, spoken of in Revelations chapter 13, verse 16. So we are heading into the time. We are getting closer to the time that this device will be made mandatory. So everybody has to take it. Otherwise, you cannot how do you say that, be in society, and eventually they might kill you for it even. Okay. So this device, as small as a grain of rice, that is what they ultimately want to put in people, their bodies. Okay, because this rice grain device, okay, this so-called chip, okay, will have all your information, all your data, okay, every place you have been before, for example, all your bank accounts, your money. For example, when you go to the store, you just check you just scan your hand when you come in. You just take whatever you need out of the store, you put it in your basket, and you leave the store. And when you leave the store, that money, for example, might automatically be deducted from your account. Things like that, So it seems convenient, but that means you have zero privacy. They can follow you anywhere where you are, no matter where you are. They will follow you, okay? And if they don't like something that you be doing, they might decide to hack your chip and just do crazy things with you, They might, mess around with your nervous system, okay? Your nervous system, to give you certain dreams that you are, for example, let me see right here. So your nervous system is the system that, makes sure that you can move your muscles, that you can think, for example. It's connected to your brain. So they can mess with this and make you see things that are not there. Okay, like you might think that you are crossing a road. Meanwhile, you are how do you say that? Walking on I don't know. For example, walking on glass. For example, So, and another thing, you might think you'd be dreaming. You might think you'd be sleeping, but they're playing with your mind. You think you are awake, and then when you are in a dream, where you are supposed to be sleeping, but you're actually awake, now you are really gonna sleep, then all of a sudden you are awake. So they can mix your reality. They could do everything that they want, man. Okay, a good movie to watch is the movie Upgrade. Okay, concerning the chip. And this movie also, Implanted. And also this movie, Anon. Okay, because in this movie they show you the scene, the guy that you see right here. He was just in his room, and all of a sudden he saw rats coming all over, Meanwhile, there was no rats in his room. It was just in his mind. But through the chip, they could alter his mind. So it's very dangerous, man. Okay? But with that being said, I want to go deeper into the word mark in the book of Revelation, chapter 13. Let me start at verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. The image of the beast is this beast system, this society, that is basically the Roman Empire all over again. You see it all in the infrastructure, okay, the way that they have their politics, things like that, all right? That the image of the beast should both speak and cause it as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So eventually, if you are not down with their society, they will kill you. Okay, they will seek to kill you, and we're heading into that time that it will get more serious and serious. Verse 16, and he calls it all. So these are, the so-called white people on top, the elites, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So it doesn't matter who you are, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, so that doesn't mean necessarily only literally in your right hand or in your forehead. Okay, is your brain, for example, like Elon Musk has with that Neuralink chip. It could also be your left hand, okay? But it's just gonna be somewhere, for example, where you can make use of it, where people can make use of it. You're not gonna put it, like I say often, in your left pinky toe or something, or in your kneecap. You're not gonna pay with your kneecap, okay? And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. So it's a bit old English, but it means that you cannot buy anything or you cannot sell anything. You cannot buy food, no drinking water. Okay, you can also not pay your rent. Therefore you cannot have your house. You cannot pay your electric bill, because when you think you want to pay it, they say, oh yeah, we only accept chip payments via chip. Okay, and if you don't have it, oh, it's gonna be declined, and then you won't have your home anymore, for example. Just giving an example. So nothing is gonna be possible for you anymore to buy or sell, meaning you won't have money, man. It's crazy. Save he that had the mark, unless you have this mark, which is that RFID chip, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Now let's go into verse 16, into the word mark. Because with this Blue Letter Bible app that I'm on, we can go back to the Greek and Hebrew words from the Bible. So it says here in the Greek, charachma, you see it on top, with G5480. G stands for Greek. So when we go to the outline of biblical usage, it says a stamp, an imprinted mark, okay, of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. The mark branded upon horses, okay, that means, basically you will be their slaves. Okay, that's what they did in slavery also. They branded us, to see like, oh, okay, you belong to this slave master. So basically when you take this chip, you are a slave of this society of Esau. Think carved, sculpture, graven work of idolatrous images. Okay, basically what they're gonna do, they are gonna put a mark upon you or in you, inside your brain or inside your hand, So when we go deeper into this word charachma, here by the root word etymology, it says from the same as G5482. When we click on that, it says in the outline of biblical usage, the Greek word says charak, or charax if I'm correct, which in the outline of biblical usage says a pale or stake, a palisade or rampart, pales between which earth, stones, trees, and timbers are heaped and packed together. So a palisade meaning, let me see, correct is like, yeah, something like this, like a stake, what is it? Oh, that's funny. You even have a palisade cell, all right. But the palisade is this what they used to build things with back in the days, right? Now when we go deeper into the word again, here on G1125, it says in the Greek grapho. Now when we go to B, okay, explanation B, it says to commit to writing things not to be forgotten, write down record. Okay, so the records are basically the data that holds all your information. That will be on this chip. Okay, all your information, where you live, when you was born, where you were born, where you work, where you have worked all your life, where your money comes from, where you spend your money on, where you buy your food, drinking water, what your identification number is, all of that, man, on one device. Therefore, if there's something wrong, they can shut all of it off, like they do in China now with the social credit system. If they don't like you, if you don't comply, they give you a low society score, and they can block you, for example, from going on vacation or using public transport. Okay. Plus, in the public transport places where a lot of people are gathering, you have big screens where they just put your face and your address, okay, for other people to see, like, this is the one that is not down with society. Okay, people can just come to your address and kill you, man. So we're heading in towards those times. Now, this is another word, mark, but this is talking about a mark of exemption for judgment. So this is what the elect will get. Okay, this is a different word of mark. Ezekiel 9 verse 4, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, which are the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, so-called Native Americans, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men. So now you're going to think, wait a minute, so is that the same mark? No. We're just going to read it in the Hebrew in a second. Of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Okay, so we sighing, we crying because we are done with this society, this wicked society, man. It says, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city. So the others that don't have this mark, and smite, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. So those are gonna be killed, showing you this mark is speaking of something else. Okay, because when we go into the Hebrew, to the word mark, it says here, it says tough. You see tough, H8420. Tough is a different Hebrew word and a different outline of biblical usage. It says desire, mark, as a sign of exemption from judgment. So the judgment that is going to come is going to be passed over us. You want to be protected from the judgment, basically, when you have this mark. The angels, when they come to destroy the people, you have that mark and they let you alone, for example, they leave you alone. It says verse 6, slay utterly old and young. You see, so even babies, it don't matter who you are, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, okay, the mark of exemption of judgment, and begin at my sanctuary. So the judgment will begin at the sanctuary, which means the Israelites. Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house. So now you know the difference between the word mark in Ezekiel 9 and 4, that is for exemption of judgment, and in Revelation 13. Okay, so whatever you do, don't take this device, man, that device, this device here. Don't take it, man. So with that, because, you're going to be destroyed, man, by the Most High. So with that, I want to give all praises and the highest honor to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. I want to give double honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the sincere Akim across the world, who are spreading this knowledge and truth and sincerity. And may the election be upon your households. Khan, Shalom. So don't forget, man, don't take this mark. And if you don't take it, they might try to kill you. Don't worry, the Most High got us. All right, Shalom.